sitting outside of the hospital right now. They let me come outside, and being this is the 30th, heading to the end of the year, it's a pretty deep time of reflection. It's been actually today. Today is exactly 16 months from when I got injured, um, and so much has happened in that time, and the perspective is so important because when I was in the hospital or talking to doctors and they talk about this injury that I have, time is of the essence, and you're gonna have you got to have the surgery like immediately, and I had mine a month later because I had an infection, and the have all the gains you can in rehab, and and I came home in 6 weeks and didn't see much, and everything that you experience in the first year is going to be the bulk of it, and I've already passed that, and so there's these time crunches that feel to be there, but then I talk to other people who have been in chairs for a while or just in the hospital, and the staff, and say, oh, I've been in for like 16 months, and they say, wow, this is brand new, and the perspective is so key. But in this time, with deep transformation and changes in my life, I've done so much work towards my healing, and many different types of therapies and conventional treatments and alternative treatments, and stem cells and visualization and meditation and sound and frequency and vibration and lasers and electric stimulus and on and on and on, and kind of having this artificial time construct of this the first year. It's, oh, I passed it, well, now what? And then now I'm in the hospital, this crazy wound that I got from using a muscle massager that puts me in the hospital for 3 days, and it's like, wow, what's gonna happen? Where does this end? Where does this end? And but as I sit here really contemplating that, and what is the next year gonna look like, there's the fear that speaks, and what I remember thinking early on in the injury, when I sort of talk to people, it's like, when do you give up? When do you stop trying to get better? And what I can say right now, where I feel in the deepest sense of my heart and the deepest sense of my being, to answer the question, what do you do when you've tried everything and nothing works? Keep going. That's it. Keep going. What do you do if everything that you've tried has not yielded the results you want? Keep going. What do you do if you've passed the timelines that you've set for yourself to have a certain outcome? Keep going. And it's not about continuing to go, dragging on the perceived failures of what hasn't happened. It's about each moment starting fresh, newly, at that specific moment in time, that now point, and saying now, and moving forward. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. So I am really excited to keep going and focus the energy on purpose. And sure, it's getting up and walking and moving and standing and all those sorts of things, but why? And what keeps resonating for me is, in 2019, I'm going to get off the chair for good. And there's a nice double entendre there. Well, why would I get off the chair? For good. for good reasons, to do good. And thinking about peace and suffering, and how when peace is present, suffering is absent, and when suffering is present, peace is absent. And so any suffering that my body is experiencing, or my mind, or my soul, can be eradicated by creating peace to replace it. And having the knowing and the assurance and the confidence that what I intend for my life is so, and have it grounded and rooted in that space of peace. So, I sit here ending the year in a hospital, having tried so many things for my therapy, and spent a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of pain, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of energy, a fair amount of suffering. I'm ready to keep going. 2019. Yeah, let's do this.